Hello everyone, welcome to Everything Arsenal. A good night's work. Arsenal 5, Bolton 1 match reaction. Good way to start our Carabao Cup. The title for my preview was Let's Win This Cup. Yes, it's not the biggest of cups that you're looking for, but listen, yes, you can win the Premier League, but imagine winning the Premier League and the Carabao Cup. A double always sounds nice. So this is a cup I want to win, and this is a magnificent start, a 5-1 win against Bolton. We got to see the likes of, Nwaneri playing, Skelly playing, Sterling making his first start, Jorginho getting some minutes, players like Akuri and Kaiba coming off the bench, and the 16-year-old goalkeeper Porter starting as well. So it's a good night's work. We got to rest a lot of players. No Ben White today. Obviously, Trossard suspended. No Saliba today. Gabriel came on for a few minutes. Havertz came on for a few minutes. Raya was rested today. Calafiori played most of the game, but most of our players were rested. And Partey, most importantly, was rested as well. Partey was one player I did not want to see today because he's played 90 minutes every single game for us this season, and he's also played 90 minutes for Ghana twice this season. So that is a player I wanted to rest for sure. So that is a very, very good night's work. And we are on to the next round. And let me know. We will be live while the draw is happening as well. The draw will be happening like in the next 25 minutes or something. So let me know. Who was the man of the match today? Which player impressed you the most? And also, which team do you want to face in the next round? So I'll give you guys the list of teams that we have in the next round. There's the big boys. Man City is there. Liverpool is there. Man United is there, if you can call them big boys. Chelsea is there as well. Tottenham is there. So all the top 6 teams are there. Aston Villa is there. So there's a lot of tough teams that you can face. Let me just take a look at all the teams that you could face. And then there's a couple of championship teams as well. So let me know which team you'd want to face. But that is a good night's work. Absolutely excited today, like Carabao Cup matches. It's been long since we played Bolton, so I was excited about that. It's also been long since like we get home games in the Carabao Cup and FA Cup and stuff like that. We usually end up getting away games like last season, West Ham, Brentford. So it was good to have a home game, and it was good to also have a chance to rest a couple of players. We never usually get a chance to rest players. These days we have a lot of pressure on us, and we have to take literally every single game seriously. You have to try and win every single game. Play our superstars in every single game. So it was great to have a chance to rest a few of the players, and just watch a game without any pressure. This season, the games that we've played, we had a lot of pressure against Aston Villa away from the first minute to the 90th minute. Same with Man City, same with Tottenham, same with Atalanta. Like all those games had a lot of pressure. You can even mention Brighton and Wolves there. So literally every single game we played this season, it had a lot of pressure on it. But this is the first one that I felt relaxed. I was like, listen, I can relax. I can sit down and watch a game and expect. My prediction was 5-0. They scored a goal. Well done to them. They took their chance very, very well. So it's a game that you could watch having relaxed, without any pressure at all. And this is the sixth. I think this is the sixth game or something. No, sorry. This is the next 7 games that we have. I think 6 of them are at home, and this was the first one. So that is great. I absolutely don't mind it at all. And 5-1 win. Next up, Leicester. Next up, Southampton. We'll have PSG as well. We'll have a couple of other home games coming up as well. A good night's work. So the Carabao Cup teams that have gone through: Liverpool, Arsenal, Aston Villa, Chelsea, Man City, Leicester City, Tottenham, Brighton, Man United, Sheffield Wednesday, Southampton, Crystal Palace, Brentford, Preston, and Stoke City. So a lot of Premier League teams that we could face there. Do you even care which team we face, or do you want us to avoid Man City right now, avoid Aston Villa, avoid Liverpool, and face any of the other teams that are in the draw? Don't you care at all? Whichever team that you can face, bring them on. But ideally, I'd want a home game, and that is what I'd want. And listen, it would be great if you end up facing like a Stoke City or Preston at home. Not because these days I'm not scared of any team at all. So whichever. But the reason why I want us to have an easier game is because around that time we'll be playing this particular fixture. Like we'll have Liverpool, Newcastle, Inter Milan, Chelsea, like in the space of 2 weeks or something. So we don't want again to have like a Man City in between that, like in a tough run, 5 tough games in a row. We don't want that. So it would be great to have an easier home game where you can rotate a few more players and get to see Skelly again, great to see Nwaneri again. But yeah, we will be talking about the draw and it's about to happen. But let's get through the match reaction. Let me know what you made of the game, and let's start with the lineup that we went for today. This is the lineup that we went for today. If I can find it, just a moment. There you go. That's the lineup that we had today. We went to them. Let me remove that from screen. So Potter was in goal. We literally didn't have any other goalkeeper to put. So well done to him, 16-year-old playing for Arsenal. He literally becomes the youngest ever player to start for Arsenal. He's beaten Fabregas' record, so that is huge for him. Well done to him. We had the back four of Lewis, Skelly, Calafiori, Kivior, and Nichols. I was really excited to see how Potter would perform, but I was really, really excited to see Calafiori at centre back. We've been seeing him at left back and to see how he does at centre back, and he was really, really good, especially carrying the ball forward. Nichols as well and Lewis Skelly, we did see them in pre-season, but starting in a competitive game, that was great. Kivior on the right side, we know what to expect. Jorginho, we know what to expect. Declan Rice, I also had him in my starting lineup because he didn't play the Tottenham game, so absolutely don't worry about that one. No worries about that one. Nwaneri in the number 10 position, excellent. We're looking forward to seeing him, and he was great. And then obviously looking forward to see Sterling starting his first game for Arsenal, Jesus up front and Saka on the right side. And then on the bench, Rogers, the other goalkeeper, Gabriel, Saliba, Heaven, Kakuri, Partey, Havertz, Martinelli, and Kabia. So that was a good lineup. That's a lineup that should be winning that game. We got to rest Ben White, got to rest Saliba, got to rest Gabriel for 60 minutes. Raya was rested. Timber was fully rested as well. Hopefully he'll be back for the weekend's game. Partey was rested. Trossard, I guess it's a rest because he was suspended, didn't play today. Saka, around 60 minutes, he got taken off. Havertz, only played like 20 minutes of the game. And most of our players were rested, including Martinelli as well. So that was a good lineup. I was really, really excited about those 3-4 players. Seeing Calafiori at centre back, seeing Sterling starting for the first time, and then Nwaneri and Lewis Skelly as well. Those are the players I was looking forward to seeing. So my prediction was 5-0. This is a game that you're expecting to win big, and we did. Like from the first 5 minutes, I mean, Bolton were trying to create a few chances here and there, and you would expect it. We have a lot of youngsters in the squad, especially defensive wise. Having Lewis Skelly and Nichols and Port, and then Kivior doesn't regularly play, and even Calafiori has started just one game for Arsenal before today. So that defense is very new. That is not what you're used to seeing. So having 3 youngsters and players very new at Arsenal, he's only started one game, and Kivior doesn't regularly play these days. When I saw that defense, I was like, yeah, we might consider a couple of chances. Hopefully don't consider goal, but yes, we did consider goal. And in the first 5 minutes, you could tell Bolton were excited to be there. They were, happy to create a couple of chances, try and score and all that. And our defense was a bit nervous, first time starting for a couple of them in a competitive game. But all the nerves were done away with when Declan Rice scored that opening goal. Brilliant finish, assist from Nichols, mistake from Bolton, and it was a good finish from Declan Rice. We know that he can score goals. Like when it comes to goals and assists, when Declan Rice gets into those positions, we've seen it last season against Brentford, against West Ham, a couple of assists as well, including against FC Porto and against was it FC Porto, Chelsea for Trossard. Like Declan Rice, he knows how to assist and score whenever he gets into the forward positions. And that was a great finish to make it 1-0, and that takes the nerves away and relax a bit. And yes, we are not like attacking them in the first 30 minutes. I was hoping for more attack, to see more from Sterling, see more from Jesus, and Saka taking on his fullback more, because the difference, like Sterling up against that Saka against that fullback, like you expect Saka to just dominate him. And even Sterling, like that, those are Premier League players that have been there for 10 years, and Bolton are a team that is in the Premier League, so you'd expect them to take on the defenders throughout the game. But we didn't really see a lot of that. Bolton were actually creating a couple of chances, and it was a bit slower in the first 30 minutes. As we were 1-0 up, Calafiori got a yellow card. Sterling had a shot that was saved as well. But finally came the second goal, and that second goal was my favorite of the day. Very, very well worked. Lewis Skelly, very, very good pass to Sterling on the left side. And Sterling, those are the runs that we need to see, because that is his strong point. The runs in behind. Sterling has the pace ever since he was a Liverpool player. And the run that he made in behind, and that pass from Lewis Skelly, absolutely fantastic. And the first time pass from Sterling, perfect as well. And then Nwaneri, right position, right time, right place, right time to finish it and to make it 2-0. Absolutely buzzing with that, man. Like Nwaneri getting his goal, I absolutely love it. That is his first start for Arsenal, and him opening his Arsenal chapter in terms of goals in 36th minute. That will give him confidence. Now, in games like this, and whenever these players play, I want them to gain confidence. That is why I wanted Martinelli to start and score today. I wanted Jesus Sterling to get on the score sheet today, because it would build their confidence. Doesn't matter which team they score against. Just Martinelli scoring today would have been so good. Like that final 10 minutes of that game, I was like, please, Jesus or Martinelli, just need a goal from one of you, just to build the confidence a bit. It's been so long since they scored. So for Nwaneri's case, opening his Arsenal account now, he'll be confident the next time he starts for us. So he knows, listen, if I make this run in this position, someone can pick me out and I can score goals. And he's been very, very good, man. He's been a shining light. One thing that a lot of people have said about Arteta over the last 4 years, people have been saying he doesn't give youngsters opportunities. But actually is the one who gave Nwaneri's debut at like 15 years old against Brentford a couple of seasons ago. But since then, you haven't really seen him a lot. But he's actually really starting to trust these two players, Lewis Skelly and Nwaneri. Nwaneri came on against Tottenham when you were 1-0 up with like 50 minutes to go. He came on for Saka, so that is a lot of trust. Lewis Skelly as well came on against Manchester City when you were 2-1 up with like 10 minutes, 15 minutes to go. And, we had a red card. So that's a lot of trust to put on Lewis Skelly as well. And today as well, he gave them the start. And it's looking like they're part of the team now. It looks like we're going to be seeing Nwaneri and Lewis Skelly coming on in the Premier League as well. So that is great. And I was so happy for Nwaneri to get that goal. And Lewis Skelly was also involved in that goal. And Sterling got an assist from that situation as well. So that was great. And 2-0. Perfect start to the game. Now you're hoping for, the likes of Jesus to get in the score sheet as well. Let's get 3, let's get 4, let's get 5 goals. Sterling had a shot that was saved, could easily have been 3-0. Jesus had an opportunity where he bullied the defender and then put it off target. I think he should do slightly better in those situations. Now, there's some players like Jesus in that situation. Jesus will do so well, like to bully the defender, and he'll, knock the defender to the side. He'll dribble past him, and then the final shot, a bit all over the place. But I'll give him the pass with that one because the defender was right there with him. But I think he should have at least put it on target. But no problem with that. 2-0 at halftime. But I really badly wanted Jesus or Martinelli to score today. Badly. That's why I put them in my starting lineup, because like if they don't score today, like when are they going to score? But they have a lot of opportunities coming up. We have a lot of home games coming up. So 2-0 at halftime. Lewis Skelly right at the beginning of the second half, we saw his composure. There's a time where you're surrounded by like 4 or 5 players, like at the left back position, and he didn't panic. He did not just kick the ball out or try to pass the ball to the goalkeeper. No, he stayed calm and he won us a free kick. And it's good to see those that composure from Lewis Skelly, because this is his first start for us and doesn't regularly play games, and him coming on against Manchester City. I know Nwaneri is going to have all the shine today. A lot of people will be talking about Nwaneri, but I think Lewis Skelly was very, very good as well, playing at the left back position. He actually plays sometimes, most of the times, as a midfielder for the under 21s. Yeah, like he usually plays as a midfielder as well. So for him to play at left back and have that much composure against Man City in the next game against Bolton as well, really, really happy to see that. And then again, Bolton, we started to see them getting tired and making a few more errors, and bad error from them, but not our fault. Nwaneri got the opportunity. Declan Rice won the ball back. He got the assist for that, and Nwaneri made it 3-0. Double on his debut, man. That was a double on his debut. Things you absolutely love to see. 3-0 to Arsenal, 48 minutes gone. Really happy for Nwaneri, man. So those are 2 different goals. One, he had to get into the box to finish off a cross, and the second one, he had to, carry the ball a bit after Declan Rice got the ball to him, and either decide whether to finish or to pass the ball to Declan Rice, but he decided to go by himself, and he got himself a double on his full debut for Arsenal. So that is absolutely exciting to see. So 3-0 to Arsenal. Good work from Declan Rice in that situation. Declan Rice is always very good winning the ball from up front. So that is one of the main reasons why I usually prefer Declan Rice playing as a number 8 than a number 6, because if he wins the ball back like in those forward positions, he just needs to make one pass, and whoever he passes the ball to has a one-on-one chance. So we saw it today. So Declan Rice, in terms of winning the ball back, although it is a mistake from Bolton, Declan Rice is very good in terms of winning the ball back in dangerous positions for us. So that was great. And I also wanted Declan Rice to start today because he didn't play against Tottenham. So good day's work for Declan Rice. Got a goal, got an assist, fantastic. But Bolton got the goal for themselves. In that situation, yes, he went past the goalkeeper too easily, but I'm not going to blame the goalkeeper. I don't know why Jorginho is the last man in that situation, because Jorginho does not have the pace. We already know that. So I don't know why he's the last man there. It should probably be Declan Rice. I think when we scored a corner against Man City, I think Declan Rice was the farthest man back from what I saw when Gabriel scored. Like if Man City had the ball in that situation, Declan Rice has a bit of, long legs to catch up, but Jorginho doesn't have. So that's one of my main reasons I was scared against Tottenham in terms of midfield, having Partey and Jorginho. If Son gets past them, for example, they're not going to catch up. That's why they thought of having the two midfielders together, Partey and Jorginho, in terms of pace and recovery. They don't have it. In terms of the ball, having the ball in their feet, like you saw Jorginho trying those looped passes, is very good at that. Like passing and all that, is very good. Controlling the game, Partey, Jorginho, they're very good. But when it comes to defensive, like if someone loses the ball and you ask them to catch up with someone, they're not going to be able to. So they have to depend on their experience, depend on their positioning, depend on the players around them to cover them for pace. And in that situation, Jorginho was the last man, and we got punished, and Bolton got a goal for themselves. Well done to them. 3-1. They got the opportunity, they scored, they didn't miss it. So fair play to them. 3-1 to Arsenal at that point. And then they made a couple of subs. Gabriel coming on for Lewis Skelly. Unfortunately, Lewis Skelly went off with an injury. Hopefully, it's not anything serious. Lewis Skelly has had quite the 4 days. The last 4 days had quite the 4 days. He picked up a yellow card before making his Premier League debut, thanks to Michael Oliver. We all know about Michael Oliver. He also came on in that game, played really well against Man City, started today for the first time for Arsenal, and he also played well, got involved in the second goal, and he also went off with an injury. So it's been an up and down last 4 days for Lewis Skelly. Hopefully it's nothing serious. I want to see him as part of the team with Nwaneri on the bench once in a while, coming on and starting a few games as well. That would be great. So he went off, Gabriel came on, and Havertz came on for Declan Rice. Declan Rice 61 minutes, absolutely fine. Give Havertz another 30 minutes. The thing with Havertz, Declan Rice, and before Odegaard got injured, those are the three players I usually looked at like, these players don't get injured, so they always like play touch wood because we already lost Odegaard. But yeah, you can give them like Havertz and Rice, you can play them every single game. And in terms of the way they save their energy throughout the game, and in terms of their durability, it's very, very good. So last summer, those players that we signed, Havertz and Declan Rice, I think that is one thing that you also looked at, just not the positioning, the fact that they can play a lot of positions, but the fact that they're durable. Like you can play Havertz and Declan Rice every single game, and they start for Germany and England every single game, but they're always there. So that is great to see. Potter had a funny moment where he almost gave away the ball, but again, I'll excuse him for that. But at that point, 60 minutes gone, we were 3-1 up. I still expected us to get a couple of more goals, but I was like, please, man, Jesus, I need a goal. Sterling, I need a goal or something. Martinelli, if you come on, I need a goal. That was my problem today. I wanted Sterling, Jesus, and Martinelli, at least a couple of them to get on the score sheet, just for some confidence. And thankfully, Sterling got on the score sheet, be it a tap or whatever, got on the score sheet, opened his Arsenal account in his first start. I cannot complain about that. Got a goal, got an assist. Again, I can't complain about that. Saka looked like he had overdone it a bit, but he got the cross in, the goalkeeper. Again, another error, but again, not our problem. Sterling finished it, tapping, very, very easy goal for him. But listen, when they were playing for Man City, Sterling and Sane, those were the kind of goals that they were scoring. Tap-ins. Like Man City was scoring a lot of tap-ins when they had David Silva and Aguero and those guys. They were scoring a lot of tap-ins. So tap-ins are also goals, Penalties are goals, corner kicks are goals, shots from outside the box are goals. Doesn't matter how you get your goals. So as long as you score the goal, that doesn't matter at all. So 4-1 to Arsenal. Really happy that Sterling got on the score sheet. I still wanted the Jesus goal or Martinelli goal. Saka went off, Martinelli came on, Calafiori went off, Kakuri came on. By the way, Kakuri, that guy is big. How old is he? Like, that guy was huge. Like, I saw him in the box, I was like, we can even just start him in a Premier League game just for the hell of it, just for the corner, just to annoy everyone again with the dark arts thing. Just put Kakuri on, just we can have 8 centre backs in the team so that you can score even more corners. Like, he looked big. How old is Kakuri, man? He looked so big from that corner kick. He looked so huge. And he went to right back. I think he played as a right back. And his name is Maldini, by the way. His name is Maldini Kakuri. So 18 years of age. He is big. He is really big. Like, He's big. He looks like Bobby Lashley, the WWE guy. He's big. He's like that big. He's very huge. But again, I'm sure that's why it's promoted him. Actually, likes these big guys to dominating from corners and stuff, which is helping us. But yeah, I was happy to see him coming on as well. And we had time to score a fifth goal once again. Sterling and Jesus. In that situation, Jesus had some neat work. His shoes even came off. I had a funny moment, and Sterling did some great work. Almost scored a second goal, and Havertz was there to tap it in for 5-1. Again, Havertz, very easy goal, tapping, but in terms of goal contributions this season, Havertz, I mean, the first game against Wolves, he scored and he assisted. The game against Brighton, he scored, very good chip over the goalkeeper, and now he's also scored a goal. So just keep on scoring, keep on assisting. That's like 4 or 5 goal contributions for Havertz already this season, so I don't mind that at all. Get yourself into the right position. Whichever goal that you score, I don't mind. So the goals that Havertz has scored this season, there was a header against Wolves, a good header. There was a good chip against Brighton, and there was a good finish, as in a tap-in finish today against Bolton. So 3 different finishes, which I don't mind, absolutely fine. So 5-1 to Arsenal. Kirby also came on for Sterling, and Potter had a fantastic catch at the end of the game that made me so happy for his confidence. And that is probably the first, and we're not going to see him anytime soon again, but wherever his career heads, he will remember this day for the rest of his life, being the youngest Arsenal player. And that is a question that is always going to be asked in the quizzes, like who was the youngest ever player to start for Arsenal. So that was Potter. So 5-1 win for the Gunners. Absolutely fantastic day for us. We are now scoring the goals. Now, these games that are coming up, I'm expecting Arsenal to score 3, 4, 5 goals in these games that are coming up, because even without Odegaard, I still expect us to score goals. The games that we had against Aston Villa, Tottenham, there's something I've been seeing. Now, these days, I tried not to have opinions from the teams from outside, because listen, you're telling us how to play against Man City and you get smashed 5-1 by Man City. You're not really going to take advice from Chelsea or Tottenham about how to play Man City and stuff. But the team that we have these days, whichever game that we play, we have a way of playing it. Whether it's Aston Villa away, Chelsea away, Brentford at home, we'll play those games very differently. And some games you're going to score 3, 4 goals, and that makes me happy. That makes me really happy that we can have a lot of different styles of play. And those people who've been saying us have not been scoring goals, what does that mean? So were we supposed to score 5 goals against Aston Villa? Were we supposed to score 5 goals against Man City? Were we supposed to score 5 goals against Tottenham? Even Brighton has been a very good team this season as well. So those games, you're not going to score 4 or 5 goals in those games. Like the games are coming up. If we only score 1 goal and 0 goals, then we can talk about us not scoring goals. Let me check if the draw has started. Carabao Cup draw, as I come to your comments before I do the player ratings. Carabao Cup draw. Yeah, so the draw is about to happen. Let me see a few of your comments. So yeah, 20 past. The draw is starting at 20 past, so we have a bit of time. The boys played well, says Naomi for sure. Hi, Glenn. Good evening. How are you, Harry? Nice. Thank you for being here as always. I love this club, says Lamilekan. Let's keep scoring as many as we can for every match in both competitions. Yeah, I mean, against these other teams, we can score goals, but what I don't understand is when people say we haven't scored enough goals this season. We've played Tottenham away, Aston Villa away, Man City away, Atlanta away. Like, how many goals are we supposed to score in those games? And we scored twice against Man City away. I mean, we're unbeaten. So for me, I'm happy that the season has started. Thank you, Songs of Revelation. I appreciate it. I like the way Nwaneri plays. Yeah, he's very comfortable in the ball. His touch reminds me, I'm about to say Messi. But, the way he touches the ball, those left footers who have such slick movement on the ball, he plays like that. He's not Messi. And I'm just saying the way he has the ball and the way he runs with it. He's like the Robins and the Messis of this world, the way he runs with the ball. So, yeah. And then he's just the next Odegaard. Odegaard has that style as well. Those left-footed players, as Mashika said. Musa says, good play from the boys. I'm so happy today because we won the game and a lot of our players have rested today. That's also a good one. Yeah. This next few weeks, you can relax and enjoy the games more. The last 2 weeks, we've had some really tough games with a lot of pressure. And Nwaneri is the man of the match, says Mashek. Mubair says Arsenal is winning all the trophies this season. Payne went straight to Manchester City. They're very mad. Like the last 2 days, I don't know if you guys have seen those people, and they're not happy. Like the entire Premier League, they're not happy about Arsenal not losing that game. they really wanted us to lose that game. So for them to see Arsenal defending that well against Man City, that has really annoyed a lot of people. Like they want the Arsenal from the old Arsenal back. They want the Arsenal that used to lose 5-0 to Man City. That's what they want to see. So when Arsenal to stop losing games, like how many games have we lost this year? Is it the Aston Villa one alone? Like we're going to October and we've lost one game the entire year. So they don't like that. They want Arsenal, the old Arsenal, 2020, 2021 Arsenal, where we went like 8 games without winning. We lost to Burnley, lost to Everton, lost to Tottenham, lost to Wolves at home, lost to Aston Villa at home. We got beaten by Man City 4-1 in the Carabao Cup. That's the Arsenal that those people want to see, not this kind of Arsenal. So they're not really mad at they're mad at themselves. So let's just say that. The youngsters played well. I'm giving Nwaneri the man of the match, says Mark. Fair enough. And another Nwaneri man of the match from Reverend Mike. Good evening. I'm doing good. Musa, how are you doing? Ike, I'm doing good. Roger, how are you? Good evening. Anu as well. See a couple. As I said again, the draw is 5 minutes away, so we'll be talking about that one as well. But actually, let me know which team do you want to face in the Carabao Cup next round. So I'll give you guys the teams again before I do the player ratings. So these are the teams that we have in the Carabao Cup next round. So let me know which team you want to face. All the big boys. Liverpool scored 5. Wow. They added 2 more goals in the last 2 minutes. Okay, Liverpool 5, West Ham 1. So these are the teams that are through. We have Liverpool, Arsenal, Aston Villa, Chelsea, Man City, Tottenham, Brighton, Man United. So all the big boys are there, and then Leicester is there, Southampton is there, Crystal Palace, Sheffield Wednesday, Brentford, Preston, and Stoke. So every team is a Premier League team apart from Stoke, Preston, and Sheffield Wednesday, which are Championship teams. So which team do you want to face out of all those teams? So the draw is happening in the 5 minutes. Which team do you want to face? For me, I want a home team, a home game. I'd be happy to. I don't fear any team, but I don't want us to have so many tough games in a row because we also need to Odegaard to recover in those guys. I think Marino's also approaching his return. But after we play these 3-4 games that are coming up after the next international break, we have Inter Milan, Newcastle, Liverpool, and Chelsea within 2 weeks. Like those games will be following each other. So we don't want Man City to be in between that as well. Although we can rotate, yes, like we want an easier team around there. We can face those teams later on in the competition. But let me know which team do you want to face between all of those. Our young lads are superb, more especially Nwaneri, says Henry. Perez says, hi, Glenn. I'm so happy for today's results. I'm Travis from Kenya. Can I get this Susan's jersey from you? I wish I could do that, but very soon, hopefully, I'm able to do that and award people who are watching. But thank you for the support. I want an easy draw, says Anu. I want to face Man City, says Henry. That would be a bloodbath. Like, these days I'm actually starting to hate Man City more than I hate Man United, which is crazy because Man United is the team that we all hate the most. I'm starting to hate Man City even more, like crazy. Let's see. Gunners, this is great night for us, says Don. So before the draw starts, let me do the player ratings quickly so that you can wait for the draw. Let's do this. Hopefully you guys can hear me well, by the way. So Arsenal 5, Bolton 1 player ratings. Good night's work. A lot of debuts, a lot of players who don't usually play for us. Potter in goal. So tough debut, obviously, 16 years of age. I don't think he could do a lot with the goal that we conceded one-on-one. Even the best goalkeepers will concede from that. I love the catch at the end of the game. I was super happy for him. He made an error, tried to pass the ball out from the back, but it's very difficult for a player like that to play out from the back. The way we play, you can not just throw a 16-year-old into that pitch. Like even any of us, if you're thrown to that pitch and you were given one game as a goalkeeper, we'd be very nervous. So Potter for today, he didn't keep a clean sheet. I wanted him to keep a clean sheet, but first game for Arsenal, I wanted to give him a 6, but I'm going to give him an extra mark because it's his first time starting a game, youngest ever Arsenal player to start a game. So 7 for Potter today. Well done to him. Next up, let's start with the fullbacks. Lewis Skelly, I think he was absolutely fantastic. I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. He was involved in the second goal that Arsenal scored, and he showed a lot of composure even right after the second half started. He was surrounded by 5 players. He was very confident on the ball. He did not panic, and I'm happy that he's seeing a lot of game time. Hopefully his injury is not serious. Like how is our luck? Like even Lewis Skelly is getting injured. Like, we had a lot of defenders at the beginning of the season. Now we are running out of defenders already. It's a good thing that Arteta bought all these defenders, because I don't know where Tomiyasu is. I don't know where the hell Zinchenko is. I don't know where Tierney is. Lewis Skelly is now injured as well. Like, yeah, whatever. Timber picked up a knock the other day as well, so we're a bit running out of defenders, but fine. Lewis Skelly, 8 out of 10. They love the composure. He looked very good on the ball as well. And he was trying things. There's a couple of times I saw him, like in the final third, he didn't just try the easy pass. He was even trying the hard passes, which is great. He has a lot of confidence. 8 out of 10 for Lewis Skelly. The other fullback, that is Nichols, he got an assist for the Rice goal, although it was a mistake from Bolton, but looked very good as well. A bit of pace at right back. Again, fast start for him. I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. Well done to him on his Arsenal debut as well. I think after Lewis Skelly and Nwaneri, I think you're going to be seeing a bit of Nichols in heaven as well. There's some other youngsters. So Nichols gets a 7 for today. The centre backs, Calafiori. I'm also going to give Calafiori a 7 out of 10. I love how he carries the ball forward. Like the second half, there's a time he carried the ball forward and he's very sharp. He's not scared of shooting the ball. Today I saw him shoot the ball with his right foot, so that is great. In terms of technique, is good. So our defense, if everyone is fit, like we have such a good defense, like we'd have to start choosing between Calafiori and Timber and White and those guys. Calafiori is very good on the ball as well, just like Timber. So it depends on the game. I'm happy to rotate these defenders. It depends on the game. I know people will say now Ben White becomes a bench player, play Timber on the right side, but it depends on the game. Remember Ben White last season, especially the second part of the season, Ben White was also scoring and assisting a lot, and usually has a good combination with Saka and Odegaard on the right side. But Calafiori for today, 7 out of 10. I think he was slightly better than Kivio. Kivio, there's a couple of times it looked shaky, the fouls. There's a couple of times he gave away a foul. And the final 20 minutes, so he was playing almost like a left back. He was going forward a lot. Some of the crosses were just a bit too wild. Some of them were going out for throw-ins. I'll rewatch the game again for sure. We didn't keep a clean sheet, not his fault, but I'm just going to give him a 6 out of 10. It wasn't an average performance. It wasn't a great performance. It was just okay. So that is why I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10. He hasn't played a lot this season. I still think Kiva is a very good defender. I mean, if you see the teams that were linked to him in the summer, AC Milan, Juventus, Inter Milan, there's a reason why those teams want him. Like, if he plays every single game, he gets his confidence. That's fine. And I don't mind him playing a few games, like even coming on against Man City. Like when Kivio came on against Man City, I don't feel like, oh my goodness, Kivio is coming on against Man City, we are finished. I don't usually feel that when Kivio comes on. So that's absolutely fine. I'm just going to give him a 6 out of 10. Let me rush through this because I can see the draw is about to start. Jorginho, I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. I mean, on the ball is good. Like him covering in terms of the of Bolton's goal. I know he doesn't have the pace, so I'm not shocked that I wasn't able to catch up. But in terms of the control, the terms of the passing and all that, he's okay with all that. So I'm just going to give him a 7 out of 10. Declan Rice, he scored, he assisted. I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. Declan Rice people have said he hasn't started the season very well. He hasn't started the season very well. I think people are reaching a bit. I think Declan Rice is great. So 8 out of 10. So let's put a pause to this because the draw started. We'll come back to the player ratings. Wimbledon, Newcastle will play against Chelsea. Let's see. Can we start it again? Have I missed? Okay, Southampton, Stoke, Brentford are playing against Sheffield Wednesday. Okay. Man United will be playing at home. Leicester, Man United, Leicester. So Man City still there, Liverpool still there, Arsenal still there. Number 3, Brighton at home. This would be a tough game. Let's see. They're the ones who eliminated us from the Carabao Cup 2 seasons ago. Brighton against Liverpool. Interesting. Brighton will be playing against Liverpool in the next round. Man City are still there. Why do I have this feeling you're going to get Man City? Next up, I want a home game. Preston next. Give us Preston. Come on, be nice. Give us Preston. I would love Preston. Arsenal, come on! Against Arsenal, we got the championship team. We actually got a good draw out of all those teams. This is good. Preston against Arsenal. That is our next game. Preston against Arsenal. I follow the championship a lot, so they've been up and down. Aston Villa will be facing Crystal Palace. So it's Arsenal against Preston in the next round. That's a very good draw. Away game, but it's fine. That's okay. Have they given Man City a team? I think I missed a couple, but hey, we've been given Preston. Let me just type it in. Preston, Arsenal the next round. I don't know which team Man City are going to face, but hey, Aston Villa, Crystal Palace, Brighton, Liverpool, we've been able to escape those games, so that's good. Preston versus Arsenal. Next round. Yep, so Preston against Arsenal next round. Let me know what you make of that draw. So let me give you guys the draw once again. Brentford, Sheffield Wednesday, Southampton, Stoke, Tottenham, Man City. Whoo. Wimbledon or Newcastle. I'm expecting Newcastle to win that. They'll be facing Chelsea, Man United, Leicester, Brighton, Liverpool. So there's some really big games there. We've been able to avoid all those games. So that's perfect for us. That's the first time we've actually gotten a good draw. Tottenham, Man City, Newcastle, Chelsea, Aston Villa, Palace. That's great. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. Preston in the next round. That is the round of 16, right? Yeah, that's the round of 16. So if you win that, you go to the quarterfinal. Happy days. Let's go on with the rest of the player ratings. Rice gets an 8 goal and assist. I'm happy with this performance. And then next up, Nwaneri. Oh, I had written this 8 out of 10 in the 60th minute. No, I'm going to give him more than that. I'm going to up that to 9 out of 10. So Nwaneri gets a 9 out of 10 for me for today. Got 2 goals. He looked very comfortable in the ball. Absolutely love it, and so happy for him, man. Because a lot of people have been saying we need a couple of youngsters in the team. A lot of people have been looking at Lamine Yamal, looking at Bob at Man City, Lewis at Man City, and they've been asking where our youngsters, who's the next Saka, who's the next Smith Rowe, the next Martinelli, and all this. Nwaneri looks like he's likely to be the next one, and I'm super happy for him. So I'm going to give him a 9 out of 10 for today. Would you guys be tempted to start him on the weekend? Would you start him against Leicester in the number 10 position, or would you just play Trossard there? We will see. I'll be giving you guys my lineup for that one in the preview. But yeah, I'm thinking of a few things. Does Martinelli deserve to start again? He played well against Man City, didn't look okay today when he came on. Sterling, does he deserve to start? Has he done enough? But yeah, forward players, Saka. I mean, Saka didn't have to do a lot, but he was still involved in a couple of the goals. So Saka gets a 7 out of 10 for me. He's also always involved in the goals, Saka. Like, he's assisted in all 5 Premier League games this season. Even the Sterling goal today, Saka was involved. And yeah, he wasn't like, he didn't have to use a lot of energy today. I didn't need him to use a lot of energy today at all. I was even thinking give him 45 minutes and then sub him off, but we weren't leading by only 2 goals, so I see why he was given more time. 7 out of 10 for today. Raheem Sterling. No, 7 is too low for Sterling. I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. Raheem Sterling scored, he assisted, and he was also involved in the 5th goal that Havertz scored. Sterling almost scored a double from that situation. Now, the first 25 minutes of the game, Sterling he looked very new. He looked like he was also making his debut today. He looked like he was playing for the first time, like Nwaneri and Lewis Skelly. He was giving away the ball and he didn't look sharp. And I was like, let me give you the whole game. Let me watch you for the whole game because this is your first start and all. Let's see. As the game went on, he gradually improved. He was taking shots from outside the box on target. He was getting involved in the play, right side, left side. He got involved in the second goal. Very good run, very good pass for Nwaneri for the assist. And the second half, yes, it was a tap-in, but still a goal. And the 5th goal, he went past a couple of players, tried a shot on his left foot. It was saved. Havertz scored from the rebound. I think it is a good day for Sterling, so 8 out of 10. Good fast start for Arsenal, I'd say. So most of the game was good. First 20 minutes, not the best, but the rest of the game, I think he was okay. 8 out of 10. Jesus for today. Jesus, the only thing that I saw him doing well a couple of times was the 5th goal where, he I think nutmegged someone and then he passed the ball. I really badly wanted him to score today. You remember what I said against Atalanta when Jesus started? This is your first start of the season, just coming off the injury. I'm going to let you pass with this one. I'm not going to talk too much about you against Atalanta because this is your first start. Let's see how you do in the next start. That is what I said when he played against Atalanta. And I wasn't impressed there. And I have a lot of pressure on me as well because I said I wanted Jesus to stay. And a lot of you told me, nah, Jesus is not good enough. He needs to leave. Today's performance against Bolton, I was expecting more. He didn't get an assist, right? He didn't. Yeah, so Sterling got involved in 3 goals. Nwaneri got involved in 2 goals. Saka was involved in 1 goal. Declan Rice was involved in 2 goals. Jesus was the only one. Yes, he did good work for the 5th goal, but I wanted more. Yes, some things, again, I said one thing that he did well was the 5th goal, and the time he bullied the defender. All that is great, but then the shot was off target. I seriously need to see more. I'm not giving up on him yet, but let's see again next game. But for today, I was not impressed with Jesus at all, and I've seen a lot of people saying, using some different words, using the C word, using the S word. I've seen a lot of people using that on Jesus today. I'm just going to give him a 6 out of 10. So that is the lowest I've given anyone today. So yes, I was also not impressed by the performance from Jesus today. 6 out of 10. In terms of starting, I don't know. Maybe it's that hairstyle. Can you remove that hairstyle first of all? Maybe that is the bad luck. Remember when Ben White put the white hair last season and he scored an own goal? And Saka put the white hair as well and didn't do well for 2 games. Both of them removed that hairstyle and they performed well. So I think Jesus just needs to go back to his old hairstyle because maybe that's the bad luck there. Maybe that is why there's a goal drought. So first of all, Jesus, let's start with the basics. Let's remove that hairstyle first, and then we can progress from that. 6 out of 10 for today. Who came off the bench? Havertz came off the bench. He scored. So just 7 out of 10. It was an easy goal, but 7 out of 10. Gabriel didn't have a lot to do. The only thing Gabriel had to do today, I saw him clapping for Porter when Porter handled the ball well. So 6 out of 10 for Gabriel. Didn't have a lot to do. Who else came on? Kakuri. I mean, his debut as well. Kakuri got his debut today, so I'm also going to just give him a 6 out of 10. Kakuri. Martinelli. That's the other one again. Gabriel Martinelli. Oh, man. Martinelli played really well against Man City defensively. Going forward, not much. Yes, we didn't go forward a lot that game, but in terms of defensive work, he does great work. But even today, Martinelli is like 4 times he got the ball to go past the fullback, and his confidence is not there at all. He's not able to go past a player. Like he tries and then he's like, no, I'm just going to cut back and I'm just going to try a cross or something. Like he's not going past the players like we know he can. Like I don't know where the confidence. I don't know if it's the confidence or I don't know what's up with Martinelli, because in those situations, even if you forget about the goals and the assist, I want to see the basics. I want you to take on the defender because you're one-on-one against a Bolton defender. You should back yourself. You should be able to say, nah, I'm going to take him on. If you lose the ball, that is fine. You're not going to go past the player every single time. If you overrun the ball, that is fine. That's another thing Jesus did today. Overrun the ball a couple of times and we gave away a goal kick. Just take on the play. Even if it doesn't work, try again. Keep on trying. But Martinelli today, again, he came on. Yes, he was involved a lot, but he was not going past the defender. He kept on cutting back and trying crosses and all that. I seriously need to see more from those Brazilians. Gabriel Jesus and Gabriel Martinelli. Because I said this season, we cannot have another season where Jesus and Martinelli don't perform. If Martinelli performed last season, we'd have won the Premier League. If Jesus performed last season, we'd have won the Premier League. Like we just needed one of them to score 3 more goals in that season and we'd have had the Premier League title. But the confidence is not there. So we cannot have another season where Martinelli and Jesus both don't perform, especially now without Odegaard. So, yeah, I think Martinelli is going to start against Leicester. We need to see more. And if Jesus comes on as well, we need to see more, because the more they don't perform well, the more the confidence keeps on dropping. They're not getting picked for Brazil. The last time they didn't get picked. And all the fans, whatever the fans are saying, it gets to them. So I'm seriously hoping they improve their game very soon. Let's see the next game once again. Martinelli 6 out of 10 for today. Nah. Who else came on? Kabia came on. I'm just going to give him a 6 out of 10 as well. Happy for his debut too. Mikel Arteta did some rotating. We scored 5 goals, conceding the goal, whatever. He gave debuts to a lot of the players. We got to see Kabia, we get to see Kakuri, we got to see Porter. He could easily have played Raya today with the injury. We got to see Lewis Skelly, Nwaneri. He gave Nwaneri 90 minutes as well. That was fantastic. Didn't sub him off. So I'm going to give Mikel Arteta an 8 out of 10 for today. Easy game to get through, and he did that. So happy with that 8 out of 10 for Mikel Arteta. So those are my player ratings. Man of the match. Who would you guys give the man of the match? Nwaneri, Lewis Skelly. Who would you give the man of the match to? So those are my ratings. Ajayi says Nwaneri is super player. We need to calm with that boy. Fantastic performance today. What a draw for us. We are going to the next round. I would like to think so. I think there's a time we played Preston when we had Giroud and Cazorla and those guys. We won, but those days we'd go to those teams and you're like, are we going to beat Preston? Are we going to beat Reading? Are we going to beat Sheffield United? These days I'm just so confident. I'm like, yeah, this should be 3-0 or 4-0. We are playing, as David says, we're playing Preston next round. One is the next draw. What do you mean next draw? Or next time we play in the Carabao Cup? I'm not sure. Maybe after a month or something. I wanted to meet Man City once again at 10 minutes before they encounter the EPL and mute the haters at once. Ajami, we will never be able to mute the haters. Even if we beat Man City 5-0 in that game, they would say it's just the Carabao Cup. Man City are not taking it seriously. They would always have something to say. If we drew that game, they'd say, look at Arsenal parking the bus again. So we're never going to shut up the haters. Nwaneri to play this weekend, says Harry. Interesting. Good draw, lovely, says Anu. So appreciate you guys watching. Next game, it's Saturday. Today is we're going into Thursday, so the preview for the Arsenal Leicester game will be out tomorrow. Perez says I really hate Haaland for disrespecting our manager. I wish we beat them at home. Yeah, we'll see them at the Emirates. These days are not scared of Man City. Bring them on at the Emirates. Let's see how that one will go. But happy with the win, 5-1 win. Next round is Preston. Next game against Leicester this weekend should be good. Well done to Nwaneri, well done to Porter, well done to Lewis Kelly, Kakuri, Nichols, and also Kabia all getting their debuts today. Sterling getting his first goal, happy with that as well. Nwaneri getting a brace, we're very happy with that. Declan Rice goal assist, Sterling goal assist. Good day's work. Thank you for watching, guys, and I'll catch up with you on the next one.